What's going on, everyone? This is your boy Ash the Man, and I'm here with my boy.
JJ Starwin, also known as JJ Wilson.
This the Eternal Vintage Podcast, episode 9. Yo, episode 9.
Yeah, almost 2 months, guys.
two
Almost two
months.
months. Been
2 months.
doing this stuff every week. Let's check it out. What's going on, Azrael? And Killer J.
Ezra always here. Killer J, thank you for stopping.
Yeah, we're
So,
looking forward to that Last of Us 2 review coming up in the later weeks.
oh yes.
Mhm.
Oh man, that's just and we're just waiting for everybody to flood in, and then once we hit that 10-minute mark, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the topics of the week. But JJ, what you been playing lately, man?
Dude, well, I had to take off from Valhalla because, of course, my work schedule was a little different this time around. So yeah, I've been catching up on the Kishimoto Online. I finally made up to like gold level with my character, and I played all the classes now. Played every single class. I did Ronin tonight. That was a rather interesting one because I thought I healed up on when I did that summon thing. I guess it just heals other people, not myself. So it
Oh
might
yeah,
be a little different as I build up that character or whatever. And I did Mortal Kombat this weekend. For those that haven't seen on my channel, I put up Rambo gameplay as well as Rain right now. And Molino will probably be for sure Sunday. I'll post that up Sunday.
oh okay. I mean, I seen the uploads and I started to watch the rain one. I just couldn't finish because I'm at work, so it's like it's only so much that I can do when they be like, "Hey, you can't be on your phone," because that's about like safety issues. So that's actually been something that's kind of crazy. So, but I did see it, and I'm gonna definitely finish checking them out. They, you know.
Oh, okay. Oh, good job, Ezreal, on the finals.
Hey man, gotta pass on finals, man. That's one step. Now I gotta take the next step.
True that. Killer J says he has Final Fantasy VII and Further Hunting Grounds. Good.
uh, I know people who play. Well, I personally play Final Fantasy Remake myself. You're gonna enjoy it if you love the original one. I'm telling you this right now. You're gonna really enjoy it. One of the big things for me with Final Fantasy Remake was how updated the soundtrack was. Yo, I didn't think like they would really go to that extent to update it, but the way they modernize it is really amazing. And Predator Hunting Grounds, I heard people say it was fun, just not enough people on. So you could take that and see if you really go into it like that. But
Yeah, good deal.
oh yeah. But I know myself, I still been playing some Destiny too. Um, and of course, I finished the campaign on one of my characters. I haven't started with the Warlock or Titan, but I'm close to unlocking majority of the new abilities that's supposed to be the stasis, which is the first power of the darkness.
Hmm,
So
okay.
yeah, and then it gets a little bit more into the lore of Destiny because Destiny lore is kind of like all over the place because of like how many enemies they have, what's their incorporation to not liking the human race and all that good jazz. So it's definitely interesting. Definitely interesting.
All right. I guess what else has been going on besides games? Like I know, like I said, my work was a little different. We had like a little celebration for Christmas in town and stuff, so I didn't get a chance to really play games like I usually do on Thursdays. Sometimes, that's how it be. Uh, what do you say, Ezra? Oh man, don't take yourself down like that. You just got to build up. Yeah, you may have to like play down a little bit to build your level up on the character, and then that way, all you have to do is piggyback. Just piggyback on different missions. Probably do the easy ones, so that way you can build your character up, and that way you can play on the higher level system like the silvers and your golds. So you
Oh
may
yeah.
have to do that. I don't know if you're trying to like all the classes out to see which one is your favorite, but that might be a little tip for you to try out.
Most definitely. That like one of the biggest things with that is making sure that you actually, doing your stuff. That's, the different builds that you can do is actually pretty damn dope.
Yeah, you can pretty much customize the way your character goes about killing the Mongols and everything. So yeah, I mean, the sky's the limit once you unlock every little trait that you can do. You'll be able to like pick certain poisons, pick certain advantage techniques, pick certain combos, stagger moves. I mean, it's endless options, I should say.
Right. Most definitely. The endless options that you're able to do, to able to perceive is pretty amazing. Then you was playing with the assassin, right? Azrael?
Yeah. He said assassins are on it, but I tried out all of them, man. I was starting to like the samurai more and more just because I was sucking the life out of people.
Oh man, my man said he ain't playing around. Get down with the get down.
Yeah, they're all good in their own way though. Because I tried out all the classics and I was like, okay, yeah, just be good with the bow with the hunter, be sneaky with the assassin, go balls to the walls with the samurai and the Ronin. You summon animals. you know?
Right. What's up, Chip? J Chip. Thank you for stopping by. BGL, thank you. Appreciate you jumping in.
What's going on, guys? What's happening?
And I know Azra was letting us know he gotta jump back into some Ghost of Tsushima. What's everybody been playing as of lately? And yeah, oh yeah, I've been seeing the posts.
We've been peeping on that. Yeah, I didn't watch that video today, by the way, but we have been peeping. So,
What's up, G?
oh man,
I mean, I just don't understand. You go and talk to a therapist, and and you're like, "Oh, I'm back now. I'm all healed." Like, no, you're not. Doesn't make
what therapist? I don't even know who's he referring to. Of course, it's not about business, but that must be some crappy therapist, my guy.
She need her license revoked.
Yeah, like what kind of therapy she's giving you? Slap to the face?
Man, I hope she ain't telling you to go sit there and touch Luke at night. Holy crap.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
BGL said he's been playing that man eater. Okay.
Okay. No, there's no hope for him.
We're gonna get into the anime section. What you gonna do first, the anime side or the gaming?
Well, I mean, I did got in the title. Kishimoto is back. You know what? We could start off strong this time. I think we took. All right. So, let's reintroduce it. Yeah, this is Ash the Man.
Yeah, and I'm JJ Wilson, JJ Starwin on the StreamYard. But yeah, that's me.
Yeah, this is Episode 9, and we are going to get started with the anime side of this. And yeah, Episode 9 is it feels like the journey has been long, but I know it's just beginning. So thank y'all for being with us. It's definitely appreciated. I definitely thankful for all the love. So one of the first things we're going to be talking about is that Kishimoto is taking over as for the writer for the Boruto manga. Now, it's a lot of things that's going around this when it comes to this particular manga. Now, Kishimoto, I'm not gonna say that Naruto or Boruto manga was trash or anything like that. I know I can tell you right now the anime for Boruto is trash. I wouldn't even recommend like my daughter to watch that, but um but there's a lot of things that was floating around and the reasons why Kishimoto took over. A lot of people thought it had to deal with the sales because with the anime not doing so good, people is not going to give the manga any chance, and that's what's going on. That's why the sales is bad. And just in case if y'all didn't know, Kishimoto was actually trying to produce this other series called Samurai 8, which that one was not even all that good, and that got canceled after what, about 2 or 3 volumes. So yeah, but the guy who was working on Boruto, Odachi, he ended up having pretty much was cussing out other employees. It was one time where he said he didn't have an editor. And one of the things about the corporations in Japan, they really never go to social media to talk about what is the job conditions. And since he was doing so, I mean, they replaced him. They even took his name off of the last chapter he worked on, which it was the latest one, chapter 52. They didn't even have him down as a writer. They didn't even put Kishimoto down as a writer. They just left that part out. So they literally trying to bury his name.
That's pretty crazy, man. You're right. I'm just not looking at the Wikipedia side of things, and yeah, it says that he had stepped down after 13 volumes, 51 chapters, and now Kishimoto has come in to replace him. Although I did not see that his name was there on the latest chapter. So unfortunately, the Boruto manga, because what little I've seen with the anime, I just haven't been really impressed. So I never had the desire to read the manga. So yeah, that's unfortunate to hear Kodachi, kind of being a douchebag towards his servants, his employees, so to speak, trying to help him continue on the legacy of Naruto with his Boruto character and everybody else in that saga, the anime. So pretty
Right.
sad stuff. I mean, maybe Kishimoto might spice things up again. I mean, if he still has the creative juices flowing left, because I think he's only what in his 40s. Let me check.
Yeah, he's not that old. That's the crazy thing. He's really not that old, and for them to like, I mean, I know like talking to the employees is something that like the way they describe me, he was talking to them. Yeah, that stuff is that's a no go. You don't want to like undermine your other employees, no matter what kind of like like stature is or anything like that. But talking to him like that, it shouldn't happen. But they shouldn't take his name off his work, especially him putting his time into it. Of course, he may have like some connection. So, yeah, I wouldn't exactly take his name off of it. I would just kind of like end it off easy, kind of like giving him his farewell off the project so that, we can move on in a more proper way. And if you're not trying to like show him off and, that kind of standard, then I guess they had their way of doing stuff. I don't know.
Pretty much. I mean, this Japan is not like America, where even if a guy does bad, he's still getting treated with kid gloves. Depending on the reputation or the lady's reputation, if it's a woman. Whereas in Japan, I mean, if you shame so many people, they're gonna act like you don't exist, probably. So hey, I wish Kodachi will, but you might want to see a counselor like a certain somebody we said earlier or something, to kind of quell his rage, so to speak.
Well, and actually get a good counselor. Don't get this piece of crap counselor that a little somebody got and come. And we're not even going to talk about all that, but get a good professional that can recommend you, and you may just need to do some anger management. I'm not even going to hold you up. That will not do you any wrong, like at all. It teach you how to woosah, you know,
Woosah.
woosah.
Oh,
um, but I will say this though, the Brutal manga, like Odachi's writing for it actually has been pretty good. Again, the anime is shit, but the manga was continue on with the story. It came out once a month, so he gave himself time to not only just do a good job with it, but he actually was really like knocking it out. Like I was kind of shocked that the anime can't or don't even come close to how the manga is doing. It just blows my mind. Like,
what? I wonder why you think that is. I mean, it's just I don't know.
well, I
Maybe it's like an editorial difference between the manga artists and the anime directors. Probably they just want to take it a totally different direction and make it more relevant and try to compete with some of these other animes out here. Don't you think?
right. And see, like I know VGL mentioned this about Akami got killed when there was a differences in the creative standpoint for the anime. So they pretty much went a different route than how the manga ended because the manga ended like on a very good term, and I liked it. The anime just really didn't make any sense, and I really, and one of my waifus come from, a Black Hill, and that's S Def. She is, I think that's my top boo. That's she. It's just something about her blue hair, her blue eyebrows, and that's, sinister, personality she got. Man, like, that sensation, man. I don't know.
Something, huh?
Something, but I think that will wrap up this. Again, Kishimoto's back, so I want to see what kind of difference that he does Brutal. Maybe he's going to go in a whole different route. Hopefully they can keep things at a certain standard. And I did post a link for it on the Anime's News Network. If you're not familiar with the site real good. So um and then another topic too, before we get into some other anime talk. The Warner Media cuts about 1,500 jobs, and Warner Media is like, that's the company that kind of like produces like Crunchyroll and other companies like going out towards, the East. They also have their hands with AT&T in a way, so they definitely, have been cutting jobs like crazy. And I think like 1,500 for what the article is showing. I'm gonna post it in the chat also, from like 5 to 7%. So yeah, definitely interesting. What you think about that, JJ?
That's unfortunate. Again, the movie industry is probably one of the worst affected industries in the country, if not the whole world, right now with the pandemic going on. So none of this surprises me at all. When you got so few films being done out there right now, I mean, what's a company to do? They can't keep losing money by paying that many people at one time. I mean, they got to cut back and try to, stay afloat as much as they can. So again, no surprises with this revelation that we see here in this report.
Right. And something interesting too, because I remember we was talking about this before, when Sony was supposed to be buying Crunchyroll, and with Warner Media, being directly under them and them buying them from 'em, you think that this cut is a representation of how Sony is kind of like winding down on the price in which is coming to that closing term.
Mm.
So that's something that's interesting too about this. Is when it comes to this like whole like business, especially with being in media, no matter if it's like music, movies, shows, animation, things can turn real quickly. It could go from good to very bad, and we just have to keep an open mind. They may not be around forever. Look at Sega. Sega taking more losses in the gaming industry than any other company.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. So yeah, let me address this little tidbit that I found earlier this week about Mob Psycho 100. I know we got a few fans in here that like that show. It's Toonami related right here, and they're saying that they're trying to find some room to get this show in, but they're having some issues. So they're taking some issues with this. So this is from Comic Book, the article I got right here. And they're saying during the special live panel that Toonami did for the Adult Swim Festival, DeMarco, he's I think he's one of the heads of Adult Swim right now. He was asked about the kinds of things that they've been trying to acquire for this particular block. And from what fans were telling him, they wanted to get Mob Psycho 100 second season back. And so they didn't realize that it had this much hype going into, a rerun on Toonami. So they're trying to figure out ways to get it in there. And he elaborates to Marco. He says because of the various deals pointing between Funimation and Crunchyrolls, it's kind of complicated, and so they're not able to show it. And which is unfortunate because they think it's one of the best shows in the last couple of years, according to him. So, what to say? Yeah, it says, what do you think? Would you want to see Mob Psycho 100 second season as part of Adult Swim's Tonight program block?
You said what now?
It was a question on here. It said, would you like to see Mob Psycho 100 season 2 as part of the Adult Swim program block on Toonami?
I mean, I already seen season two, but it would be nice to have it. I mean, I would like to see it, especially a dub version of it, so everybody could. That definitely would be something because I actually like Mob Psycho 100. It's actually really good to kind of like sum it up. Um, I like the whole like the little stress meter or whatever. He gets mad and he just goes into that crazy, like psycho mode and stuff like that.
Hmm. Yeah, that. Now, see, this is another anime I haven't really got into that all that much. I just knew it was on Toonami a while back, but at the time, like my mom was so focused on Megalobox, I didn't really pay attention to it. So, I guess that's my bad on that end. But yeah, I just threw that article out there for those that were fans of the show and just understanding the situation going on with the English edition coming out. Because Toonami plays mostly English dubs. They don't play. It's rare for them to play a Japanese dub. Rare. So,
That would actually be something though if it did. Oh man, that would actually be something. But that's actually interesting. Like with this whole deals and like again with the whole corporation stuff, you right now you witnessing something that can be affected, and that's the studios at hand who's supposed to be doing these animes. So it definitely makes you question or makes you think of like what could possibly happen, who would take them over, things like that.
hmm, no doubt. So yeah, I know it's a couple of people who were talking about the shows this week. I don't want to spoil it too much, but yeah, like G Bane mentioned earlier, Akadama Drive was crazy, crazy. Like the outcome took a huge U-turn. Not
Yo,
just a turn, but a U-turn.
yo, you man, look, right after the VGLs on Chill Stream, um, like I was just like, just waiting for it to update on Funimation. And when it did, I was like, oh man. So yesterday I just came home, did a few things and actually turned it on and started watching. Yo, like that shit had me out of my seat. I'm sitting there. I took look, this is how crazy it got. I'm laying on the couch, I'm watching, I'm like, okay. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? I took my glasses
Oh,
off. I
man.
got in the seat. I'm like, yo, this shit got good quickly. I mean,
It got
I'm
insane quickly. Like, whoa, okay.
yo, that shit was crazy. I was sitting there like, I'm like, yo, and again, I still love the doctor, but yo, that's some shiesty shit. Oh, I'm sorry to go so crazy like this, but
Outcome, honestly, because she was acting rather passive-ditty and questioning. She was questioning more than all the other people in that group. So her turning against them, no surprise.
right, and that's the crazy thing. And she not even the brains of the operation to be asking that many questions. So it was already a red flag if you think about it. A couple episodes ago,
Right.
we were trying to fork information out of the brother and sister, in which it really didn't work out. So but
Yeah.
yeah, again, that's what the and I mean I know I said it in the review that I got posted, but when it comes when it comes to this these people who is doing Akudama Drop, they come directly from Danganronpa. Danganronpa, I'm telling you, you don't know what's gonna happen the next second. Um
Mm.
it's that addictive. I don't know. Like when I played that game and figure out what the fuck was going on, and I'm like, yo, this shit crazy. Like and it's definitely a whole different setting than what Danganronpa is versus Akudama Drive. Like you dealing with like they putting these kids together and they go for a killing game. Whoever kill and can get away with it, they can leave scot free versus of what Akudama Drive is doing. But however, the twist and the creativity they have for me is definitely recognizable. And that's what really, makes them stand out, not just only for that, but just man, like, character design and
Hey, Ezra said she pulled a Ryuzo. Hey, I know what she really pulled though. She pulled a Tanya.
oh man.
She pulled a Tanya.
Oh my MK4.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that's a classic ending too, man. When Tanya came up in there, all friendly with Luke Cage, like Oh, you a fool, Liu Kang. This is a trap. Then you see Shinnok.
He just like,
Oh no.
yo, that was crazy. That's she's still one of my
Classic Mortal Kombat ending right there, man.
right.
God dang, the look on Liu Kang's face, I'm like,
Oh,
you bitch.
oh yeah, G Bang. They is. Not only did the creators work on Danganronpa, they also work on the game Zero Escape. And Zero Escape story was really, complex also. And I really enjoy that too.
Mm.
Like, and that one was a little bit more different. Like they pretty much it was a killing game, but it was like the structure of it was like way different. Cause like it dealt with a lot of like logic and actually more like common knowledge, but they put it in sort of like, for instance, like the second game, these people woke up in this area and they had these bracelets. Pretty much after they do this game, they have to they have to vote on each other. And if you reach 10 votes, you can escape. But if you don't, and if you hit like below zero, then you die. So it's crazy. So it's like if you pretty much make somebody mad or they don't like you, all that comes into perspective, and it has like 9 different endings that you have to do to find out the true ending.
Mm. That's some wild stuff. Wow.
Yeah, and Danganronpa, like I said, it's a killing the game with like high school kids, and they pretty much like you have to try to kill somebody and get away with it, and the story with that unfolds, and that shit gets crazy, and I'm like, oh my god.
Whoa,
Yeah,
man.
so it was interesting, but it's like the graphics and everything that we see in there, that I think they got the best like graphics out of any anime this year, to be honest
Yeah,
with
the
you.
best visuals. Most definitely. Holy crap.
Yo, and for them to still incorporate like their own signature things, like how they go to a different area and it kind of goes in like a pop-up or whatever. That's something that was signature in their games, that they would do like this like pop-up of the area that they going into, and
Yeah,
then
the bunny and the shark.
yeah, the bunny and the shark, the little like
They're like
intermissions.
puppets, basically, guys. Like every episode, you see this bunny and the shark, and it basically tell you the background of what's been happening in that particular world, what happened to Kansai, what happened to Japan overall. So they just give you a description of what's been going on after the war and why things the way they are. So they do a masterful job breaking it down while entertaining you in the process.
And right, and that's something they used to do in Danganronpa. Like, the main character, like the main mascot of the game is this sadistic bear that you see. Is like half of it is black, half of it is white. White, of course, it looks normal. Then the black just looks like real evil, whatever. And it always have like these crazy cutscenes where it's like he probably like having tea with something in the background. You may see him watching like some murders video or him choking somebody out. It is hilarious, but he kind of goes over everything like more of like a narrative. It's like I said, Danganronpa is good. I enjoyed it, and I played all of them except V3, in which that's going to be a later stream.
Heard that, man. So I don't know if you saw the latest episode of Jujutsu Kaisen, but basically, uh, uh, what's that dude's name? Fushiguro and the girl, keep forgetting her name too. Uh, they basically had to fight like these upper class guys from Kyoto. Like they came to visit because it's supposed to be like a special type of exam or whatever that they have to go through. Like they call it an exchange. So it's kind of like those schools' way of engaging their ability, so to speak. And it was rather interesting. It turns out the girl in Tokyo, like her name is Maki. Like she has a twin sister, so she's wearing glasses. The other girl is not wearing glasses, but she has more accentuate features, if you will. And she come in there all high sedity and stuff, man. And her partner Toto, man, this dude's so random. He's super strong, but he is so random. He's so random with his words and stuff. He's asking Fushiguro like, what kind of bitch you like, man? What kind of girls you into? I'm like, what?
Oh man, I gotta check that out.
They were tripping balls in that episode, man. That dude's funny, you know.
Oh man.
Yeah, like Mai's a twin sister of Maki, so it's like if you like Mai, then you like Maki too. So I mean, kind of goes both ways.
Oh man. Well, I can't wait to check it out because that's probably what I'm be doing like right after this, checking out that and Fire Force. So yeah.
Yeah, I did watch Fire Force too. Spoiler alert, but the doctor comes back, Giovanni. Yeah, so when he comes through, you know things are gonna turn up. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that with Fire Force. And
Uh,
Golden Kamui, I did watch. And I also checked out the manga this week, man. Don't want to reveal too much, but there's another guy that's one of the 24 convicts. Like he's got real long hair. I think his name is Otaro, and his character is growing on me, man. I might even, if I could get some time, I'd like to do like a separate video just talking about him in further detail, his origins, and his grand plan of escaping Japan to build his own kingdom, if you will. Not with the money or anything, but just try to live his life, so to speak, because he's like one of the few guys that really care less about the money, from what I can tell. But man, like there's some crazy shit going on in the manga now. Like I think it's about to get to a climax now, because little spoiler, like both Hijikata's group as well as Sarumi's group, they said, we don't really need all the tattoos to solve the code to get that goal. You just need to get enough information. So they detected that. So that's pretty shocking stuff from what I've been reading. But as far as the anime is concerned, yeah, it was a little lackluster this time around. It was more dialogue, but they are about to break into that prison because they finally made it to the Russian part of Sakhalin Island, and they're gonna turn up, man. It's gonna be kind of crazy.
right.
Spoiler on that, it's gonna be a Siberian tiger coming in trying to kill them off, and then they're gonna try to cross the sea. They're gonna try to cross out of the town because it's like a little. Because it gets so cold up there, like they have little bridges that goes from there to the mainland part of Russia, so it's gonna get nuts, man. Like, trust me, the end of season 3 is gonna be crazy. I'm just warning y'all.
Oh man, that definitely sounds interesting. Um, and see the in the Yashimi, it's actually been getting like a little bit more interesting. I'm gonna say last week's episode was not even gonna hold you up. It was okay. It wasn't the best thing in the world. But now it just makes you wonder, like, what is going on? What didn't happen in these 14 years between Inuyasha, Kagome, Shishomaru? We just know that Rin is in his stasis. Inuyasha and Kagome is kind of like missing in action. Of course, Sango and Moroku also is. We got to see Kaede, Kuhaku. We even got to see Kagome's little brother and her parents in the other world. We just haven't got to see these main people. So Shishomaru did make a little bit of appearance, but we didn't hear him talk or anything like that. So definitely interesting.
Yeah, I saw that part. So it was kind of interesting because they kind of went back to the very first episode, but they're just trying to show us that Toa is working to build up her awareness to sense demons and things like that, and she was able to communicate with her twin sister and Mohara to try to come rescue her when they were so far away, try to fight off another apparition, another demon. But then it turns out the demon was bipolar the entire time. So yeah, I thought that was rather intriguing that they would go back and try to tie up loose ends that way. Not sure if it was really needed. They probably could have did it another way, but found it quite peculiar, you know.
Right. All right. Like I said, it's a lot that's to like really doing it. And I think they kind of like building a web to kind of like have our minds kind of racing. But for the most part, they really haven't like made a standpoint of like when they're gonna stop and take a break or anything like that. I think it's probably gonna be either like episode 12 or 24. We're gonna take a break, probably come back in like a few months. But I'm pretty sure we is in for a lot of surprises. I definitely want them to eventually meet Shishomaru so they can see who their father is and meet Inuyasha and Kagome and them to really give off, just that nostalgic feeling of them finally like having that interaction with their parents. So can't wait.
That's gonna be funny when they meet Shishomaru. You don't even know who they are. Like, who are you bitches?
That's my father, cold motherfucker. Like, but I think the fall season is it has really been like living up to his expectations.
Um,
Um, with
yes.
anime.
Hmm.
So I mean, I ain't got too many complaints. Manga wise, I can tell you right now, manga wise, I know Jujutsu Kaisen viewership on a manga has been going up like crazy. So I'm really happy about that. Um, I know even though Demon Slayer ended, they numbers are still staggeringly going up. So that's interesting in itself too. So I know My Hero Academia is doing real good, and Black Clover manga still doing good. One Piece is One Piece. It's they fan base not going nowhere. Their viewership is there. So
I gotta get back on One Piece.
yeah,
Uh, DGL said the Hawks made a move to get Danilo Gallinari. I don't know. That guy gets injury prone a lot. I mean, they do need shooters. I'll just say that much. Yeah.
mm,
I guess they're trying to be like the Golden State Warriors of the East. So I guess that's a good move, but I'm not really trusting it. So we'll have to see how that goes. Oh, I heard the Raptors moved. Not they didn't move, but they're gonna play their games in Tampa. Shout out to Casey Slicer on Discord. He had posted that link on there. I didn't even realize it. I'm like, dang, this. I'm not even playing in Canada this year or going in next year.
right. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
Well, I think that wraps it up for the anime side though so far.
Mhm.
Now we could get into this gaming. So let's start off with this article with the gaming. So apparently this is crazy. And if this happened to you, clean up, be happy. But apparently people are getting a this edition PS5 in a digital box in the digital edit edition box. Like I'm not sure why, but that box to me looks a lot better than PS5. But no, let's throw all the jokes. Let's throw all jokes aside. I mean, should a box really matter for people complaining that they are getting a PS5 disc edition in a digital box?
Hey, I mean, at least it's a guarantee that your game's gonna work on a disc.
Right. Like I just don't understand like what's the big issue with it. Is it unprofessional for a company to do that? Yes. But but is you getting your PS5? Yes. So at the end of the day, like that box is not going to be worth dog shit, because it's not like you got, some type of engraved letters that box is made out of, the best metal in the East that some type of old, Chinese guy then mold it down and pressed a cow's butt to it. You're that's not that serious.
And another thing too, like if you're gonna get the digital version of a system, you better make sure your internet is top notch. I'm talking about going well over like 50 megabytes per hour per second. I mean, or something like that. It's got to be like super fast or something. Like, it can't just be you don't have like average internet, and then you're trying to get like this PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, and you
Wow.
on the 1480 resolution on your turret.
I mean, honestly, I would think they probably need at least something like with 300 megabits per second, because like you trying to game at the best resolution, you're trying to have your games downloaded, all that stuff to operate the way that it wants to. Man, upgrade your internet. Like, don't like look. I make sure to go with the top tier that because I'll take care of the bill myself when it comes to the internet. And so I'll pay for the whole gig speed, And if I could go higher than that, I would. I get the best, I don't do it. No cable boxes, none of that. All my games that I have on my PS4 is all digital. The only game that I own disc, and that's just because I will be a fool not to get it. But Samurai Showdown on the disc, it was like 15.99, but digital was still like 15.99. No deals on Samurai Showdown, so I picked that up. That's the only game that I have on disc. Oh,
Yeah,
that,
I still do mostly physical copies. I have downloaded games in the past. I think the last game I fully downloaded probably was Crash Team Racing, like fully downloaded without a disc. But all the others, last couple of games I've been playing lately, have all been on the CD. So I try, if I know I can get the game, then I'll download it. But I know my internet's not the most awesome, so I just still stick to the physical copies. Things.
Right. Well, well, I choose to go digital for the more modern style. But if anything going to be like on like any CD or cartridges, it's going to either be like a Nintendo or it's going to be like an older console. And I think the only like retro consoles that I have is probably my PS2, PS3, Dreamcast, and my father still got my Super Nintendo. I'm gonna have to go over there and take it if I can. And the reason I say I can because I don't know why he would not let me take that. So like he drive trucks. Go do that. Let me get that system back. All
You'll
right.
one day.
Right. but but if you wanted to read more on like this particular topic, because to me it's not really that important, but people is making it important. I'm just post it in the chat for you guys. But we can move on to some Resident Evil 8. So, Resident Evil 8 had a leak that pretty much went over a potential release date of April 2021, DLC, multiplayer, and pre-order benefits detail. So, yeah, apparently, um, the pre-orders is going to be kicking off around January 2021. A game demo is mentioned to be released 3 weeks before the game release. So if they are looking to like have April being this time frame, if it's going to be like towards like the end of April, then we could be looking at something like towards like the end of March or something like that. I know what Resident Evil 7 they had a demo in which gave you an idea of how the game is going to be now. So I wonder what kind of changes they're going to have for Village since they're going to be trying to release a demo.
Yeah, I took the liberty to watch they just put out like a video like a week ago on YouTube of the story trailer, and I don't know, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not sure what's really happening, but it seems like it's just some crazy old man. And I guess he's like the cause of all these curses in his house, and you can't seem to kill this dude no matter how many bullets you shoot at him. He keeps coming back, and he's stabbing you with his machete or whatever, and picking you up silly, throwing you like a rag doll, and you trying to shoot him down. He's coming back up over and over again. Then you got these crazy looking creatures that kind of look like Venom off the movie Venom a little bit, like those aliens coming down from Earth. And then you're seeing all these different insects and spiders crawling all up on you. Like there's some random stuff going on in that game, man. So I know people are into that type of stuff. It's like, okay, I kind of see what's going on, but it's still kind of like mundane for me. So I don't know. Yeah, that trailer was out there. What else I have seen?
Right, and apparently they supposed to be releasing some online mode or probably mini game called Dominion. It's supposed to be sort of related to how Resident Evil 3 remake did its Resistance. Um, Also, there's supposed to be like a pre-order bonus that mentioned the extra DLC pack that appears to be leaked. This DLC pack includes the digital deluxe edition. Will sell for $25. The description of this DLC pack is called Ethan's Trauma Pack. Reads 3 years later, even now that he returns to a peaceful life, Ethan's nightmare isn't over. The events he experienced at the Baker Mansion was so extraordinary that it leaves a indistinguishable scar in the back of his mind. Versions of the past follow him everywhere. Even in this case, Ethan has made a break with his dominable past and can build a new future with can he build a new future with his family?
Oh boy, he's seeing things, people. He's got to get help.
Man, he got the booger sugar.
He's seeing
uh,
mirages.
and then the DLC pack has a new weapon, found footage, a weapon accessory, the Resident Evil 7 soundtrack, and very hard difficulty alongside a digital art book. Pre-order benefits includes the survival resource pack and additional weapon accessory. In addition, it seems like there will be more bonus content depending on where you placed your pre-order. And at the moment of writing, we couldn't verify whether the information is legit, but apparently that's what the leaks is supposed to be showing. So, um, just so that you'll be able to see the article and which made this, I'm going to post this in the chat. Honestly, I have not had played Resident Evil 7. I bought it on a deal recently. That was one of the best $8 that I ever spent in my life, and I will get that $8 worth by playing Resident Evil 7. I may even stream it because I've been playing Resident Evil since the first one. Um, and honestly, up until 6, I didn't have a problem with 6. How other people had problems with it. Didn't have a problem with 5 either. So I'll probably give it a shot, but to me, it looks like Silent Hill. Just saying.
It's like Silent.
No, that's how it feels though. Like
I'll read in the game. Kill crazy old man, can't kill him. There you go. Resident Evil, kill the old man.
like I guess like this type of virus is dealing with mold. Like, oh man, mold could kill
How's
you.
that virus? That mansion is a virus. Gotta
Man,
kill the mansion.
going in this mansion, and this mansion look like we got a whole dungeon. Like, what the fuck is going on? What we gonna see? I'm probably gonna stream it. I'll be in the dark, me being under the cover or something. Have like a little juicy juice next to me.
Oh
So,
no. Oh snap.
oh man, yes he is, Welch. Yes he is. Um, but yeah, so I post a link for it. Like I said, if you're a Resident Evil fan, check it out. I mean, I recommend it. But that brings me to the next one that I'm gonna do, and this is something that I actually recently looked up to. Um, Sony might be working on PlayStation answer to the Xbox Game Pass. Now, personally, I I thought the PlayStation Now was their answer. I thought they just like currently keep on working on it, and it could still be. But Jim Ryan was doing an interview, and they asked her the question regarding it, pretty much saying, "Hey, look, what is y'all going to be working on that could be the answer to Xbox Game Pass?" Now, in regards to it, Ryan replied, he's saying that there is actually news to come, but just not today. So that's like one of the things that makes me kind of crazy about the Sony fanboys, which I'm gonna call them sock boys. The sock boys, anything that Sony would say, they kind of go crazy over, even though they haven't said anything right now. PlayStation Now is the service that they've been working on for the longest, so it just makes sense that they'll probably change some things about it. They have been working on a UI for it, trying to make it look more appealing, trying to work on things that makes the Xbox Game Pass good. By what they're probably gonna do is just copy some things that they're doing and just make it more accessible. That's the biggest plans that they're gonna do, and just make it more appealing to the audience.
Wow. So basically they're jumping the gun here. It's not 100% proof that this PlayStation Now is going to be up to par with the Game Pass that Xbox has, so to speak. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
But like the thing is though, and it's not like PlayStation Now is all bad. If you have a PlayStation and you're playing PlayStation Now, that's the best way to play it. You deal with less lag and everything. But when you come to like playing it from a PC standpoint, you're gonna experience the worst lag in your life. Like that's just how it is. One of the things that's going on with PlayStation is that they don't have great optimization. Like it even shows when they added Horizon Zero Dawn to the Steam market. And heck, G-Band would tell you, like, if you look at some of the people that plays it, who stream it, it doesn't go well for them. Most of their reviews on the Steam market from Horizon Zero Dawn comes from it not, optimizing right. Graphics is great. Everything else is great about the game, just the optimization.
Dang.
So, like, yeah, PlayStation. I've been saying this for years, and I'm gonna keep on saying it. Upgrade your people. Like, you don't need to do anything better until you start replacing people. Like, improve your internet security team by getting new people. Get some of these young people that actually is creating new things that takes your old heads like about 50 years to figure out. Like, for real, that's what they have to do. Like, nowadays, like, people, like, when a virus, like,
They're armchair personnel, basically.
yeah, it grows, it changes. Like, it's like a common cold. You're going to get it. Like, every time you get sick and you get a cold, it's a different form of that cold. It's not the same cold you get. Your body create antibodies so that you can never catch the same thing again. That's how it works. But the thing is that, when it comes to this, you just like how you have to create antibodies, you have to create things or make things harder for them to do viruses and stuff like that. So Sony, update your shit. Get a better network team, people who can actually do justice.
Righteous, righteous. And speaking of Sony, speaking of the PlayStation 5, I got a small article. Well, actually, I saw a video about this in relation to Neo. Shout out to Team Ninja. They're going to go ahead and get the series into the next generation. They're going to put it on the PlayStation 5, and it has been announced last week. And so now for the PS5, you can officially play not only the first Neo, which came out in 2017, but now you can also play the second Neo together, Neo 2, and that will be out sometime in 2021. And it's called the Neo Collection. It will be the entire game of Neo 1 along with their DLCs, and Neo 2 along with all the DLCs, including the latest one that's going to come out. Let me see the name of that. I think they did mention it. First Samurai. Yeah, I think it's called the First Samurai. That's the last DLC pack. First Samurai. That'll be DLC 3 for Neo 2. So be on the lookout for that, everybody. Neo Collection.
Yeah, Neo collection. It, like, man, I love Neo, man. Even though that, I'm just average at best, still love the game. Still love it.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to see what the First Samurai is gonna be. I'm trying to think, like, because they went way back in time. They went back to the time of Miyamoto Yoshitsune in those days, and even a descendant of his. So now I'm wondering, like, okay, the First Samurai, that's got to be even further back. I'm assuming. So that's
Right.
gonna be crazy. Dang.
Man, very crazy. Now, we got this other article up, and this is dealing with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It takes the number one spot in the UK sales chart. From I believe it's what the PS5 software side.
Yeah, yeah, on the PS5 side. So it's basically all the release games that came out this past week. And AC Valhalla took the number one spot out there in the UK. I was trying to find the United States one, but I guess there wasn't enough data yet. But basically, it pretty much surpassed. The reason why I took interest in that article is because it surpassed Spider-Man game, which I know got a lot of hype here in the States. So I'm rather curious to see if there's going to be a similar correlation between the UK and here. But yeah, it looks like Valhalla's doing numbers out there.
Right, and for the week ending of November 14th, Valhalla was number one. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War was two. Then it was Spider Man. Then FIFA. Then Animal Crossing. Six was Demon Souls. And I think like any of the new games, because I know I mentioned some of the old, but some of the new games like Watch Dogs Legion was number 10. So
Yeah,
literally,
I'm surprised to see Demon Souls be down so low.
well, the thing is that like a lot of Demon Souls is a remake of something that people like a lot of people didn't even play, and mainly because it was on the PlayStation. So yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, now it makes sense. And
So
plus,
now,
it's been like a decade too, so it's probably lost in a lot of people's minds. So they probably never even heard of the game.
right? I mean when I get my PS5, that's going to be one of the games I pick up is Demon Souls.
Hmm.
I like the game. Like it was fun. I'm not a I don't really care too much for Dark Souls, but Demon Souls was fun. Even though it's pretty much like almost like the same game, but for some reason, I love Demon Souls. Just not really care about Dark Souls like that.
Mm. Yeah, there was one more story regarding Valhalla. It says some people are having trouble playing the Seer Solus mission, and that's the mission where you meet the fortune teller up there, Valka. And for some reason, they're saying like they're having a hard time accessing that mission. So it's like I guess they never could get inside the hut or whatever, or it never would load up for them or something like that. So yeah, obviously the game is glitchy. We discovered that already. If you have watched my few streams I did on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, yes, they got to get some patches going on here. You know, if they want to fix that up. But that was something that caught my eye too earlier this week. I was wondering like, how come so many people are having trouble finding that mission? Because I had no problem playing Seer Souls.
Right.
It's funny. It really eye-opening to me.
Yeah, but I mean, like the thing is that when it comes to Assassin's Creed, people have to understand this. And when Assassin's Creed release, it's buggy. I don't know why. It's always buggy. But
Yeah.
how? But however,
Let's
like,
check on Ubisoft right quick and see if they ever catch that guy that did that hoax.
oh yeah, go ahead real quick. I'm about to I just went ahead and just kind of like updated the cover art for the live stream.
Let's see.
Let me see. I hate these United Countries when it comes to these dumbass Western games like Call of Duty and Ask. um, Gmail. I will say this for a very long time. Call of Duty was like literally on my shit list. After they did Black Ops 2, I was not happy with it. Now, to me, they kind of redeemed themselves when they did Modern Warfare. Call of Duty, Cold War, Black Ops, whatever you want to call it. I heard that it still faces glitches. A lot of people just not happy with it. It's a total change of what happened in the beta because the beta got good, feedback, but now the actual game is not. So, don't know.
Hmm.
It was the last of a dying breed. I will say that Modern Warfare, yeah, it's good. I'm not going to hold you. I be playing with a couple of buddies from work at times. Assassin's Creed, um, Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey was amazing. I'm not even gonna hold you on that, G man. But before then, when you had Syndicate, Unity, um, Black Flag wasn't too bad. But then it had Assassin's Creed 3. I wasn't happy with those three titles mainly. Oh,
Yeah,
you
Black
actually
was good. Like the ones that were like bad to just straight up bullcrap was like from 3 to Syndicate, and Unity was by far the worst one from what I heard. I didn't play Unity, but the videos I saw on YouTube, man, back in early 2010s, wow, I was like, are you serious?
right. Now, G
Man,
man, I will say this, G man. This is something that I had said to JJ too was that to me it's not Assassin's Creed no more. It's something else. Like if they would name it to a Creed of the Warrior, I will be more fitting for it. But I don't think it's Assassin's Creed no more. It's not the same thing. Fucking never forget Ubisoft released Unity Broken and Rushed. Oh yeah, I remember people faces was like looking terrible. Like you could see like the structure in their mouth, the whole tongue. Unity was the worst like game release I have ever seen in my life.
Spanish. Okay.
Oh, I've been playing Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. Oh man, we gotta play sometimes, Killer. I got Mortal Kombat. I haven't got the new DLC characters yet, but I will. I got everybody up into the last expansion. Um, but yeah, I can't wait. Creed of the Warrior sounds so much better, especially with the Valhalla is. Yes, yes. I just think that it needs to be renamed because like this whole like I need and I get it. Assassins is across, not just only, with a particular type of time and a different type of warriors. It goes across. But at this point, I don't feel like I'm an assassin. I feel like I'm a warrior.
I just found something on. I had to get on Twitter, man. Okay, this is from cybersecurity. Ubisoft prankster will be difficult to find, cybersecurity experts say. They haven't even found this guy yet.
Dang.
Yeah, you found this guy yet.
Man, that's like you putting on like a Darth Vader mask. And you go streaking around the building, and they still can't find you.
Yo, man, dang it. I'm gonna have to go on the actual podcast and the channel and like post the link. Unless you want me to post it on the message. You know.
I'm not just post it on the link. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now. That's from the Montreal Gazette. Okay, check this out. The top quote says, "If it's just a kid, some gamer who's upset over something in a game, he'll make a mistake and get caught. But I think we're dealing with a professional."
Here, I'll post it in the chat. Oh my god, that is funny. That is funny. They still haven't caught him. No.
I was wondering, like, man, it's been hella quiet up there in Montreal. What's going on? Now we see why.
Yo, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man. That is crazy. That is crazy. I forgot all about that until you just said something.
Dude, I was all over that junk last week, man, because it came out of nowhere, and then I'm at work, I'm seeing live streams. I'm watching French news up there, and they're reporting everything in French, and it's like they got copters in the sky. They had like some terrorist shit going on. I'm like, everybody's on the roof. I'm like, what is going on over there? Then I said, the animus is real. The animus is real. Someone got in that animus, and now they think they're an assassin.
Man, that is crazy.
That would have been nuts, man. I'm like, damn, they built that shit for real.
Oh man, that kind of reminds me of when we was in high school. Like, it was this like 8th grade teacher that I had a crush on, and she gave her number to one of the parents to call her whenever, like I guess her and the parent exchanged numbers, so she could call the parent directly. So the kid got the teacher number and used to prank call her. Oh my god, like that shit was so hilarious.
Oh man.
Like, oh man. As I say, either way, it's a fun series. No matter what people say to me, now I know that the series on Netflix is going to be terrible. What's up, Mac? Thank you for making an appearance, buddy. Appreciate it. But here, let's go ahead and knock out these 2 topics real quick. We got like 2 more left. So, PlayStation 5 console sales in Japan is 118,000, and the Xbox Series XS, whichever one, sells only 20K in Japan. Now this is what's crazy about this. Now, when you was dealing with the Xbox One, the Xbox One it sold a lot less than it sold. I think a little bit over 20K, but this one is like an all-time low in Japan. And Xbox is never able to capture the Japan market, even with the Xbox 360 was their all-time best-selling system, in which in Japan they sold 1.5 million. And PlayStation 3 still outsold them in Japan. Of course, it's the Eastern, Sony. That's where they, make they sales at. That's Japan.
It's home. That's what it is. It's home.
Yeah, you're not going to kill it. But it's like for them to tie up with the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation 4 blew them out the water. Like, fuck. And now it's like PlayStation 5 is starting off selling more in Japan. It makes me want to see the American numbers, because I think it will probably be a little bit more closer than them being almost 6 times as more sales than Japan than what it would be. I think it'll probably be maybe not that much off, because the only thing that's really setting the Xbox aside is having exclusives. But both for the consoles is definitely having release issues and needing some updates and needing some more solutions to.
Yeah, they're selling to a larger market in the United States anyway.
Right.
all these regulations going on with the pandemic. I mean, yeah, it's expected to have shortages and delayed deliveries of the games if you're trying to order it online and things of that nature. So, yep, I'm not surprised, and I do think the sales would be a tad bit closer compared to Japan. But no surprise, Sony is blowing it out the water in Japan.
Right. I mean, they don't have like a Japan like game exclusive market like the way Sony do. Sony still supports, a lot of like Japanese titles like those RPG games that you see on the PlayStation market, they are fire. Like let's like you're not gonna see them on the Xbox because they don't consider them to be good games, but man, people buy them drawings up. Trust me.
Yeah,
Hey, you may not play Gale Gun 2, but some people will.
mm,
I'm just saying. But yeah, that was a little quick article. But then the next one is something that has been talking about, that Nintendo shuts down the Super Smash Brothers tournament for using mods to play online. And what's crazy is that the big house I was hosting like these events, made a Twitter apology and stuff like that. But it seems like the Nintendo fans is turning on each other. Like some people agree with it, some people don't, and they go on it and they go on each other's heads like like rabbits with their heads cut off and shit. It's crazy.
yeah, I saw that story earlier, like in the week. I wasn't entirely sure what was going on. Plus, that was the time I was kind of busy. But yeah, just to hear that, a random online game and one of the most popular games in the entire system gets completely cut out of service is very eye opening. Like, dang, that could happen with the Xbox people. That could happen with the Sony people. I mean, is it like certain things that are going on in the game that the higher ups feel like it's inappropriate, or they just feel like, okay, we didn't mean to show that aspect of the online play. Let's just stop what we're doing right now and regroup. Mayday, mayday, that type of thing.
That's crazy. I mean, I got Smash Brothers myself, but I mean, I haven't really been heavy into it since Melee. I mean, it's Smash Brothers. Ain't much change, but some new characters and people following a certain strat that they see online.
Yeah, how old is that game now?
The new one, I think, is only like a few years.
Okay, dang.
Yeah, the character lineup that they have for it is not too unique no more, because it's like they really don't like get like some of like the exclusive characters that they have. They so much just trying to appeal to the modern audience now.
Oh, okay, I see.
Mm.
Yeah, man. So Kirby's are going to war at each other about this game.
I'm turning on you. I'm turning on you. Like we
Yeah.
know we know a certain Kirby that was turning on his own people.
Uh, People always turn against him. Then he finds some new useful idiots to use. So nothing new with that guy.
Oh man, he
All under
he
the sun with him.
he needs some buns because he ain't got no life.
Buns,
He
bunions.
he need to start like selling himself. I'm telling you, man. Start telling people you suck toes. He will get him some buns eventually.
Yeah. Or continue to write fan fiction stories and make it like more like erotic novels or something.
The minute he gonna call himself a poet. My name is Poet Cody Lee. Oh no, man.
I'm a
That's,
vampire.
we gonna start the poem. I'm a vampire. I suck my own blood. Like what the
Count
fuck?
Kirby. Count Kirby Love. And your life force away. What's my castle? I show you a good time.
I'll show you. Oh my god. So, man, the crazy. But that pretty much wraps up all the topics that we have for the stream. Oh man, that's a good like hour and 10 minutes. Whoo, man. What's up, Jonah?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Like I mean, like I said before the show started, it was more of a quiet week. I mean, besides the drama that was going on, behind the scenes on Discord and everything, everything's relatively quiet and stable. But I think with episode 10 coming up on my channel, we might do something a bit different as far as our presentation. We could make like what we could do is do like some predictions of the game of the year, and then we could just kind of me and Ash will come back on the podcast and we'll kind of compare contrast games that came out over the past year because everybody knows the Game Awards is coming out December 10th. I think I made that announcement earlier in a different podcast. I believe it was episode 8, I believe, or 7. And so basically, Jeff Keighley came out with all the nominations like earlier in the week, and then they made some new categories too. But I don't think we're gonna go that in depth to it unless we just want to examine it one by one on the next stream. But that's something we'll talk about, after the stream. This stream is over and later in the week. But yeah, unless there's anything else you guys want to bring up, just let us know before we close out.
Oh yeah, and just depending on it, like the categories and everything, may just do a video of my nominations. Um, just 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 to show the world, I really don't care if people be like, "Oh man, how can you vote for this again?" It's my vote and my way of saying that I love this game and I appreciate everything that it does. So,
Yeah.
but I know earlier I was saying that I've been playing Destiny 2. I'm actually also finishing up Bayonetta on the PC.
Bayonetta.
Bayonetta. Now, that's too grown for somebody, but I'm just saying. After that, I'm gonna finish up that Samurai Jack game too. I don't want to go let that go to waste, so I want to finish that boy up. That when I did that little like stream, I did like, and that was actually like a test of like how it would run on the PC, and it was running pretty good. After I got little kinks worked out, but um, just want to see how that goes.
All right, good deal, man. So I think tomorrow I'll try to continue on AC Valhalla. I'm gonna finally go to England, get to see that new region, and hopefully I don't get destroyed down there. Still trying to get used to the controls because they did change it up from the last 2 games a little bit. So that's gonna take some time to get used to, and hopefully uh, I'll get that Molina play up there on Sunday as well. I'll probably do that first and then play Valhalla. So yeah, be on the lookout for that on my channel, JJ Wilson on YouTube. And I'll see you guys there.
Right. Going to be streaming in a minute. Oh, you already know. Going to be there, VGL. You already know.
Oh, good deal. Right on time, VGL.
Right on time.
Thank you.
um, but yeah, but yeah. Anything else, JJ?
I think that's about it, man. I'm drawing blanks now. Well,
All right. Well, here, let me go ahead and go down the list. Thank you, Azrael, as always, man. You always the first here and the last one to leave. uh, Killer J, thank you. J Chip, appreciate you stopping by. I think it's the first time too. Don't let it be the last. VGO, of course, appreciate it. G Bane also. Man, y'all always stopping through, showing the love, appreciate it. G Man, hey man, look, you gotta come in the chat more. I love your conversations. You be having me dying inside. Nintendo Gamer, thank you so much for dropping by. Appreciate it. Welch, thank you so much for dropping by. Azrael, thank you for the removal of that certain comment. Appreciate it, buddy. I think no, I think I'm missing some. No, that's about it.
And Mac,
Oh yeah, Nick, Jonah, thank you so much, you guys for dropping in. I know I dropped in kind of late, but I still thank you guys for dropping in at all. Just by you dropping in, throwing a like, watching us for a few, that definitely does help out. Appreciate it.
All right, fellas. Episode 10 next week. Day after Thanksgiving too. So maybe we could do it a little bit early this time. We'll talk about it though, because we don't have to necessarily do it this late in the night. Yeah, fall and the holidays and everything. Yeah, enjoy that turkey. Try not to get fat. Try not to get corona. Don't get sick.
Yeah, man, look,
There's a whole lot.
don't look at no spoons this time. You're gonna catch the corona. I'm just saying.
Oh, Yeah, be careful on Black Friday if you're trying to go out. Just saying.
Just saying.
Yeah.
But until then, check out the podcast for episode 10. It's gonna be on JJ Wilson, aka JJ Starwin's channel. The link is in the description. If you don't already got it, it's there. And we are going to see you next time, and we should have all the announcements for you by Tuesday. So everybody take care.
All right, folks. Later.
Later.